Hey Leo, welcome to your October 2025 message of the month. For those of you who are new to me, we do all things spiritual and all things manifesting law of attraction here. So if you would like to meet your spirit guide or learn how to manifest, I put together a free meditation to take you on a journey to the Temple of the Masters. And I also put together a free mini manifesting course where I break down all 5 steps of law of attraction for you. I'll make sure to link to that in the comment down below. But without further ado, Leo, you're going through a huge change. Oh my gosh. I want to jump ahead. It's a really good read for you, just so you know. But you're going through a whirlwind of change that might feel chaotic and might feel tumultuous. But at the basis of your month is you're thinking it's like the day-to-day life stuff keeping you stressed, whether it be work, whether it be like friends, or how much you're taking on, a hobby, friendship, trying to date. Um, you're thinking it's that, and like, I just got to get a handle on it better, just got to manage it better. But what's really going on is the wheel, and the wheel is when you're going through a change. So you've been manifesting a better love life. Like, you've just been wanting better relationships, to feel more fulfilled, to feel safer in them, quite frankly, to be able to make one last long term, and like good long term, not just two people who are willing to sit in the same room together, like a good, loving, healthy, long lasting relationship. Okay. So it's like anything, if you could just take off your plate of anything of being hard on yourself, anything judging yourself. I just need to get a manage of my day to day, because that's not like the overwhelm that you're feeling. It's that you're just resisting the change a little bit. Um, and what's coming up is the Ace of Cup. So the Ace of Cup, you're manifesting like true love, deep love, intimacy. Not intensity, not chemistry, intimacy, where you just feel that genuine, like soul level connection with someone, that emotional intimacy and connection. Um, okay, do you want Leo to know anything else? Yeah, the wheel wants a couple clarifying cards pulled. Okay, I think that there's just a little bit of sadness around love and a relationship in your past that didn't work out how you thought it should have, how you would have liked it to have turned out. So when the topic of love comes up, you're kind of, instead of like focusing on it, like, and in a positive way, because that's how you manifest what you want and why you want it. Instead of going, I would like a love that lasts, a good, genuine love where we feel soft in our bodies in front of each other. We love kissing each other. We build a good we together. When you think of the topic of love, you're like, and that one didn't work, and I messed it up, and why couldn't she just come around? So you're thinking you need to take a break off the topic, but in reality, it needs to be a like kind of clear conversation with yourself where you just like accept that it's over. That relationship didn't work out. That person's no longer in my life. They're no longer in my life right now. That could change. I could reach out. Maybe they'll be receptive. But in this moment, I just need to accept and come to terms with the fact that they are no longer in my life. And if you could kind of just grapple with, it didn't work out, they're no longer in my life, and just like hit acceptance, the last stage of the grief process. That's when you got the star. That's when like hope is going to like come rushing back into your life. And you're going to kind of like, once you accept that it's over, that's going to be a moment where you have a few epiphanies of like, oh, that's why it didn't work out. It will either be moments where, it will likely be moments where you kind of recognize what you did wrong. Oh, I came across too hard. Oh, I wasn't willing to listen to them. Oh, my ego was getting in the way. Um, a few times it can also be, oh, they just weren't right for me. Oh, they were actually kind of mean. Oh, they weren't as loving and receptive as I would have liked. Oh, I rushed getting into a relationship and just thought I could figure it out. Oh, silly me. I thought you could just say yes and it would work. But now I realize you got to take your time. You got to get to know someone. You got to vet them. Um, okay, that's likely what's going to happen. Any more? No, but this card really wants you to know there's a lot of hope ahead of you. Like for some of you, there will be hope for like a second chance. Even if the second chance doesn't work out, like there's a lot of love ahead of you. Like it's just like be willing to like kind of grapple with those, low vibe emotions, feel them, process them, release them out of your body. Um, just be willing to move on. You got a lot of good love cards. It does look like in your recent past, it looks like whatever relationships you've been in, it's been as long as I have crystal clear boundaries, it will work out. As long as I say, um, I will never go to your knitting club with you on Thursdays. I know that's what you want out of a boyfriend, but that's something I will never do. Like you're thinking, if you were just super clear and super direct in your boundaries, that that's what will make it work. And again, that's because you're taking a little bit too much responsibility, Leo, for why your relationships haven't worked. Oh, if I had just communicated better. Oh, if I had known this communication technique when I was in a relationship with them, it would have worked out. Um, but I think you're kind of recognizing that that's like not the case and that that's not what's happening right now. It's not, if I'm clear, then they'll accept it and we could be good. And when they want what I said I would never do, they can't be mad at me. You kind of like you were learning that lesson and you recognize that's not quite what it's about. So I will let you know in the now moment, you've gone from the king of fire to the knight of fire. So you're lessening the energy of, I just need to be firm and stern in my boundaries and then it will work out. This is a little bit more lively, a little bit more energy, a little bit more, hey, I'm looking for this and this and this out of a relationship. Is that what you're looking for? So it's where you kind of start to recognize that, yes, there's responsibility for your part in the relationship, but it's also recognizing that they have a part to play in the relationship too. So instead of, that's what I will never do, this is exactly what I'm looking for, you either want that or you don't, I'm being crystal clear. And if they're like either saying, oh, that's fine, but you like can feel it intuitively that they think they can change you, or they're just going to wait, once we get closer he'll change, you're starting to recognize that those relationships like just flat out aren't worth it, that it's really more of a hey, this is the kind of relationship that I'd like. So you recognize that it's not about being firm and staunch in the boundary setting, but it's about being clear in your communication, and making sure that the other person wants what you want too. It's going to be a little bit of a journey for you, okay? Yeah, because there's still a part of you that you're having a little bit of a hard time of going like, no, but it was just about being clear in my boundaries. And I think it's because in your previous relationship, you recognize that it's, oh, I didn't have boundaries. I didn't state what I was looking for. And so now it's like, yes, you learned that lesson. Now learn the next one, which is it's about finding someone who wants what you want. It's going to be a little bit of a lesson for you, but I can tell you this is the near future card, the world. Karmic lesson complete. You're doing a good job. You're learning all the right things. You're doing the good things. So you're on the right path. It's just going to be a little bit of a journey of like recognizing kind of that like you can't be the only one to make it work. And like they have to be willing to make the work too. Yeah. Um, I do think you're missing someone from your past, though, Leo. I think some of you are a little bit missing someone from your past. And, like, I think you're kind of starting to recognize that they were, like, more of a team player than you've experienced in relationships. And you, like, haven't experienced it again with the other people in your life. So I think that's a little bit of a hard pill to swallow. I think you had a lot of choices at the time, a lot of opportunities and choices abound by you. And you thought, I'm just going to take a long time making the decision with the person. I'm going to date multiple people and date multiple people for a really long time so I make the right decision. But I think one of them like bounced because they were like, I'm not doing that. And that person was like the biggest team player you've ever seen. They wanted it to work, but they also wanted to like make you happy. That's up to you though, because I've heard some people get into relationships that way. I've also heard some people going, nope, I recognized I wanted one person at a time. That's kind of up to you how you want to manifest a your relationship. But you are going to learn the lesson that it's about finding people who want the same thing you want. The good boundaries, the good communication, the being able to handle those kind of conversations, but also people who want what you want. All I can tell you is once you learn the lesson, you got the chariot right after. So that means you're going to feel like lit up, loaded, and you're going to be ready to like take action. Like, oh, that's all I got to do is just clearly communicate it and find someone who wants what I want in like their communication as well as their like energy and emotions behind it. Like, okay, let's go. Leos are full of energy. Okay, in terms of your personal power this month, your personal power this month is like to be the knight of water. So you're going to move from the knight of fire to the knight of water, which is like the more loving, the more caring, the more compassionate. The I am looking for a win-win. What are you looking for out of a boyfriend? What are you looking for out of a relationship? What is your ideal what does your ideal connection look like? You know, some people aren't ready for like those kinds of questions. Suss out the person, but you can ask like, oh yeah, so tell me, what do you most enjoy about being in a relationship? What are you most looking forward about being in a relationship in your future? What makes you want to be a girlfriend? What makes you want to be a wife? So you can kind of ask a little bit less direct, a little bit more like, oh, well, I like to cook for someone and someone to try my recipes. You can be like, nope, I'm actually a good chef. You're not for me. Or it could be, oh, I do love that. Um, okay, but your personal power is to recognize that it's about softening in your approach and softening in your energy so that you can truly find someone where it's like a heart to heart connection. And you're looking for that intimacy, not intensity. A lot of people, especially if you had trauma growing up, they mistake intensity, fire, passionate chemistry. They like, oh, they make me feel alive. That must mean something. But intensity tends to be a no. That's an activated nervous system, a fight or flight nervous system when finding someone. Intimacy is a regulated nervous system, a rest and restore state in your body. You could Google those terms if you want to like learn more about a regulated nervous system and whatnot. Um, and it's more about intimacy. More like a we. Yeah, we like the same things. Oh my God, we connect on this level and this level and this level. Okay, in terms of outside influences around you, outside influences around you like want to see you be successful. I think there's some people who are a little bit tired of the rigmarole and they're like, you know what, I just want to see you happy and in a relationship. But I think that there's also just some people around you who are like, man, that guy does just deserve a good relationship, not one where they're secretly trying to get something out of him, not one where they're secretly hoping he'll change. He just genuine, or she, whatever. Um, he or she just genuinely deserves a good relationship. Um, I do think you're not letting in as many friends as you could, Leo. You know, if you have a solid friend base, it does kind of like make dating easier because whether or not that person likes you or not doesn't matter as much, and it will get you out of looking for that intensity because you have people who love you that you can like fall back into, like, guys, can someone go get a hamburger? It didn't work out with her. So you can actually like vet for intimacy and a genuine we connection versus intensity. In terms of your hopes or fears for the month, well, you're a little tired of first dates. You're a little tired of getting to know new people, um, for sure. And like your hope is it's going to be like after you go through these series of epiphanies and go from the night of fire to the night of fire to king of fire to the night of fire to the night of water. It's going to be like I really kind of hope this last time I meet someone that it's the last time. But this also, for it to be the Fool card, though, the journey, the dreamer, the first stage of it, you are going to feel like that eagerness, giddiness, and excitement for life again, and for the journey of love. Page of Water is your outcome for this month. So you are definitely going to discover a more loving way to communicate and connect with others. And like once you kind of start finding a rhythm, and you're going to learn to say no to people where it's not a win-win, you're going to be like, wait, all my time is being spent towards something of value, something where we're building something together. You're going to get that like energy, that fuel, and that fire back, and that love is worth it. All right. Leo, I hoped that reading helped. If you'd like to interact a little bit more, I told you about the free meditation and the free manifesting course that I'll link to down below in the comments. I also go live right here on YouTube Monday through Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time with free mini reads. So come hang out. Lots of love, Leo. Good luck on your love journey. Bye.